Why do Western nations purchase emergency kits? Lately, both domestic and foreign media have reported on a significant surge in interest in rescue kits among Western countries. As reported by Interior, citing the Telegraph, the quote, "In Dutch shops that offer rescue kits, the supplies are running out due to high demand." The shortages are related to the appeal of NATO officer Rob Bauer, who called on people to prepare for war. Quote, "The time to look away has gone. We must be ready for conflict." The NATO admiral stressed that in war, society must cooperate. It starts from this: I don't want to cause concern. I'm not saying that everything will go wrong tomorrow, but it's good to realize that it's not certain that we live in peace. Bauer says, the time of looking away has passed. We must be prepared for conflict. The NATO admiral emphasized that in the event of a war outbreak, the whole society must cooperate. 3 more commanders proposed that NATO is preparing for a potential war on European soil. The Russian side also responded to this appeal with their own statement.
If we ignore the famous statement of the chairman of the provincial committee, Admiral Bauer Galanki, stating that in the upcoming 2 decades, the Western countries ought to be completely ready for a comprehensive military confrontation with Russia.
A survey conducted by the INSA Public Opinion Research Institute for the German newspaper Bild indicates that as many as 46% of surveyed Germans are concerned about the escalation of war and a Russian attack. On the other hand, as many as 39% of respondents answered affirmatively to the question of whether they have stocked up on food supplies in case of an emergency situation. The picture reminds that the Federal Office for Civil Protection and Disaster Assistance has long recommended stocking up on food, water, hygiene products, first aid kits, and basic camping equipment. Referring to Minister of Internal Affairs Nancy Faeser, Welt am Sonntag newspaper reports, it is reported that Germany is replenishing its emergency stocks in case of war. We spent €88 on new alarm sirens. According to Gazeta.pl, Germany is also working on new concepts to strengthen underground parking lots, metro stations and basements, so that they can become shelters in war. The Swedish Minister of Defense expressed a similar opinion. During his speech, he called on all citizens to have the courage and strength to accept the fact that war can also affect Sweden. As we can see, Western countries seem to speak with one voice. The threat is real, so you have to prepare, although in a basic range. Of course, there will also be voices of opposition, undermining these warnings. But that's normal. Just before the invasion of Ukraine, it was similar. They invented a war in Ukraine.
Banda tłumoków. Jaka wojna na Ukrainie?
His Excellency Vladimir Putin bluffed. He made the decision to intimidate the West and thus force them to provide him with a guarantee that Ukraine will not become a member of NATO due to his fear of the American missiles deployed in the region.
Looking at what is happening at the border, we need to start with the question of whether there will be a war.
No war, but more provocations, more chaos will occur in the future.
Żadnej wojny, żeby nie było na Ukrainie, nie będzie. Nie będzie. To była ściema dla frajerów.